good interweb? This is your boy Q back again with some of that geek news. And the first story that I have to talk about today is something that's not near and dear to my heart, but I cannot deny its popularity, and that's Call of Duty. Now, I don't have to be an old FPS head to know that Call of Duty, for the most part, has been a AAA title game since, well, Modern Warfare 2. And when did that come out? In 09, 08ish? Only Call of Duties that's kind of lived up to the hype has been the Black Ops. And in the new Black Ops, they decided, Call of Duty, Activision, has decided to take out the ability to heal like Wolverine. Now, yeah, I said heal like Wolverine. And just like the treasure chests in RPGs, I feel that healing in first-person shooters should have been abolished a long time ago. You should not be able to creep and crawl somewhere and this automatically regenerate, unless, like Modern Warfare, where they were like cybernetic and they had, like, you know, the ability to automatically regenerate because they are like Wolverine type characters. Okay, then that has an explanation for. But I will say that this new addition to being able to just get an item and then heal has a lot of RPG elements in, and I'm still not going to play it, but I'll watch some of my friends play it, and then I'll be like, okay, let's see how it goes. This has been nothing that's new to video games. Matter of fact, I'm surprised it took Activision and Call of Duty this long to do it. Think about The Last of Us, and with Joel and Ellie. I mean, think about how great that was, where you only had a certain amount of items that you had to mix and match and then put that together in order to be able to heal yourself. That right there gave the game an added dimension, and it made dying and healing, well, valuable. It made every little item valuable. I would love to see something like that more in Call of Duty, but look, I'm not gonna hold my breath too much. This is Activision, and this is Call of Duty. Let's just hope that with this regenesis of ability that they're going to be doing, that it doesn't end up like the Call of Duty with my dude Jon Snow, Infinite Warfare. I've been following Dragon Ball since, oh my goodness, since the 90s, early 90s. So I've been around with the movies, the games, of course the anime, and a little bit of the sprinkles of the manga. And I have been advocating for, it seems like decades, for them to include Broly into the actual canon of the Dragon Ball story. And you know what? With Super and all this popularity and the resurgence of Super being on Toonami now, because Toonami is actually pretty good again. Don't sleep on Toonami. I'm just waiting for them to actually get a Toonami channel, and then we can actually just separate Cartoon Network and Toonami completely, because it really needs to be separated. But back to the story at hand, and the story is at hand is that Broly is going to be in Universe 7 in this new canon of Dragon Ball Super, the movie. And we have been waiting for this for the longest, but we hadn't seen anything or news other than the fact that it was going to be released in Japan on December 14th. And what a Christmas present, because if you think about all of the other Dragon Ball Super movies, from Resurrection F, which was the Frieza and Golden Frieza, nice arc, even though my boy Vegeta didn't get his due credit, and with the Battle of the Gods, where Goku ascended into a new level, which started the whole thing, that means that Hiro Toriyama has probably finally decided to include Broly into the actual anime shonen syndications that's going to be episodic. And wow, we were all upset because of Kale and how she was basically the Universe 6 of Broly and yada 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 yada. We all clamoring, where is Broly? Where is Broly? Well, he's here. But let's cross our fingers, hold our breaths, and hope to the gods of destruction that this is going to be real, and that not only the movie, but then we'll be able to get Raleigh in an actual series. And everybody remembers Rare and how it resurrected Donkey Kong from the 1981 adaptation all the way into the 1994 DKC Donkey Kong Country, which is still a classic, one of the best Super Nintendo games all time. It did nothing short of that with Banjo Koozie by taking the Mario 64, mixing it in a pot with DKC, and what do you have? A puzzle strategy platforming game called Banjo Koozie. Moves like Mario and strength like Donkey Kong. An amazing platformer, one of my favorite platformers. And let's not forget, Conker also was created by Rare for the Nintendo 64. But since that time, Nintendo let Rare go, and it was picked up by Microsoft. And since Microsoft has picked up Rare, they have had miss and hits with Perfect Dark as well as Banjo, and that Conker game, which just didn't do it for anybody. But now, with the whole cross-platforming, Nintendo and Microsoft are seeing nicey with each other, and it's got people wondering with the new artwork that was just released not too long ago, and the figures that are going to be released too, is it a possibility that Microsoft will allow Rare to put Banjo on a Nintendo system? So if you're doing crossplay, then can you cross over some of our favorite characters from each other to Smash Brothers? I would not mind seeing Master Chief in Smash Brothers. And I know, oh, Q, that's crazy. Yeah, that'll never happen. Master Chief could, why couldn't he? If Bayonetta, Cloud, Solid Snake, but even more so than that, I would rather have Banjo Koozie inside of Smash Brothers because they fit like peanut butter and jelly. It was created on a Nintendo system. But that's probably not gonna happen at all. But it is nice to dream. So I guess for now, we can just settle with the pictures and the figures. And for the last story of today, Attack on Titan Season 3 crept in and crept out for their premiere at Anime Expo. Or should I say Sneak on Titan, because this was very sneaky, and maybe because I didn't get a chance to go to Anime Expo this year that I didn't get dropped the news. And whatever the case, the premiere of Season 3 came out on July 8th while at Anime Expo. For everybody else, well, we gotta wait till July 23rd. And the sad thing about it is, now that My Hero Academia, Tokyo Ghoul, and even One Piece is still going on and on and on, we've kind of forgotten about Attack on Titan, and I know I'm not the only one. It'd be really good advice for anybody producing any kind of thing, especially anime. You cannot take 4 years off and then expect your fan base to be as dedicated as they were when you were making the anime, and then when you do make Season 2, it's only, what, 12 episodes, and then we have to wait 6 months to an additional year to get Season 3, even though Season 3 of Attack on Titan is promised to be at least 24 to 26 episodes. I'm at the, I'm still feeling that that's not enough. Attack on Titan was one of my favorite animes and still is considered one of my favorite animes, but the gap in between time has hurt me. Like, I feel like I almost have to go back and rewatch Season 1 and Season 2 just to catch up. What I do remember the most about Season 1 and Season 2 is that it left me with so many more questions than I had before. I'm gonna say this once, I'm gonna say it again. What's with the key in the lock? What's with the key in the lock? What's with the key in the lock? As always in the web, this has been your boy Q, your friendly neighborhood geek. If you did like this video, make sure you hit that like button. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring that bell if you want to stay up to date on all things geek. And until next time, remember, eat, geek, sleep, repeat. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.